let's check, is your LinkedIn profile recruiter ready? So to wrap up this 12 video series, I'm going to break down some of the most common mistakes I've seen and how to fix them. Now, of course, if you've been following along, your LinkedIn profile should already be in great shape. You should have a clear profile picture, an eye-catching banner, and no gimmicks like the green open to work banner. But even the best profiles can have some sneaky mistakes that might hold them back. So let's get into what they are and, more importantly, how to fix them. So mistake number one, overloading your headline with buzzwords. Now, we covered this earlier in the series. It's like your profile's tagline. It follows you everywhere on LinkedIn when you comment, post, or show up in search results. Now, the mistake is that people cram it with buzzwords like dynamic leader or visionary strategist. Now, here's the thing. Recruiters don't search for those terms. They're looking for job titles, skills, and industries. Now, instead, keep it clear and focused. If you're a marketing manager, for example, your headline should say something like marketing manager, 8 years in e-commerce, expert in PPC and SEO. It's specific, searchable, and makes recruiters stop scrolling. Now, if you're not sure how to structure your headline, go back to my earlier videos within the series where I break down how to put your headline together step by step. Now, there are plenty of examples there to help you craft that killer headline. Now, mistake number two, neglecting to align your profile with your target roles. And this is a big one. Your profile needs to match the roles you're targeting. This is where clarity is everything. One profile I reviewed recently had everything from Director of Clinical Operations to Clinical Trial Assistant listed as target roles. Now, that's like saying, I want to be a CEO and I'm happy to be an intern. It just doesn't work. Recruiters will look at that and think, does that person even know what they want? Or worse, does this person actually know what they're talking about? Instead, you want to get laser focused. And if you're aiming for specific roles, everything on your profile, your headline, your about section, and your experience should reflect that. So highlight relevant skills, achievements, and job titles. Okay, so let's keep going to mistake number three, and that's forgetting to proofread everything, particularly if you've used a form of AI tools to help you with your content. And let me tell you a story because this applies to both your LinkedIn profile and your resume. So I recently reviewed a LinkedIn profile for someone who had listed their job title as this, instead of this. Yes, that's right. And it wasn't just once, it was right through their experience and about section too. Now, I'm pretty sure that they meant assistant manager, but here's the kicker. They had used the latest AI tool to update their profile and were convinced it was perfect when we first jumped on the call. Now, when I pointed out the potential problem, they soon changed their tune. Now, don't get me wrong, AI tools are amazing for speeding up the process and generating ideas, but they can't catch everything. A spelling and grammar checker won't flag things like this because technically it's all correct. It's just not what you want on your professional profile. So please take it from me. Proofreading isn't optional, it's essential. Always read through your profile carefully and better yet, ask a friend or colleague to review it. Sometimes we're too close to our own work to spot the mistakes. So a fresh pair of eyes can make all the difference. And don't just focus on spelling errors. Look for awkward phrasing or missing context or anything that might make your profile hard to understand. Recruiters don't have the time to guess what you mean. They'll just move on to the next candidate. Now, the takeaway here is that tools are great, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned proofread. Now, don't let something as simple as a typo be the thing that holds you back. Now, on the subject of proofreading, let's move on to mistake number four, trying to be clever rather than being clear. Now, I speak about this a lot, so I want to share another exercise with you that will help establish whether your profile confuses or clarifies. So step number one is to prepare your profile. And then step two, share it with a friend or family member. And step three, ask them what jobs you're applying for, what industry you work in, and what your top skills are. If they have no idea or fire back with a list of soft skills that everyone should have, then this is a problem. Because if they have no idea and they know you, how do you expect a recruiter or hiring manager to have any idea given that they don't know you and there's thousands of other profiles they can look at on LinkedIn? Okay, so hopefully I've made my point. Clarity always wins. Of course, once you do have that locked in, don't make mistake number 5, thinking that just because you write it, everyone will believe it. So yes, I'm talking about neglecting recommendations. Now, I've already talked about the power of recommendations in the series, but it's worth revisiting this section because these tiny testimonials add so much weight to your profile and professional and personal brand. Now, think about it. In a 50-50 call between you and someone else, a glowing recommendation from a previous manager does more than just highlight your skills. It reassures recruiters. It says someone trusted this person with important work and they delivered. So for example, I once worked with a client who landed their dream role partly because their recommendation specifically mentioned how they led a team through a major project. It gave the employer enough confidence that they didn't even need to worry about references or background checks. My client's former boss was well known in the industry and a few kind words from them was all that they needed. So reach out to former colleagues or managers and be specific when you ask. Mention a project or achievement that they could highlight. Now, these endorsements carry real weight, especially if your profile is already optimized. Okay, and last but certainly not least, mistake number 6, ignoring your LinkedIn settings. Now, LinkedIn is updating things so often, but it's important to mention that if you don't want your network or worse, your current boss getting notified every time you make a change, go into your settings and adjust your privacy preferences. Now, you can control who sees your updates and even make your profile visible only to recruiters. Now, you can access your settings section here and see all the different options so that you can tweak things to your preferred options. Now, I must highlight that yours may not look exactly like this as LinkedIn is always evolving. Things get changed, things get renamed, and that's why I recommend joining one of my programs because I stay on top of these updates so you don't have to, and I can give you live feedback tailored to your profile. Now, if you followed this series, your profile should already be a recruiter magnet. But if you're still unsure and you want that one-to-one support with your LinkedIn profile, your resume, and a full strategy for approaching the job market and securing your dream job, then join my Career Growth Accelerator program, where I walk you through every step of the way, right through to interview preparation, salary negotiation, and how to handle things when those offers do come in. For more details, click the link in the description below and book a call to see if there's a good fit. Thanks so much for joining me in this LinkedIn series, and if you found this video series helpful, please do like this video and drop me a comment to let me know how these changes have impacted your job search. Alternatively, don't forget to share this playlist with someone who could use a little LinkedIn magic. I'll see you soon.